Hi there, welcome to my 2023 Healthy Holiday Bake With Me. I am genuinely so excited for today's video. I look forward to these videos all year long, whether it's my Healthy Fall Bake With Me or my Healthy Holiday Bake With Me. I love to share with all of you some incredible, nutrient-dense, delicious, healthy, and decadent treats that you can enjoy during the season. I found that early on in my health and wellness journey, I felt extremely deprived because I felt as though every snack at every party or anytime I went to a grocery store and there was a pre-packaged snack, that it didn't quite meet my health and wellness needs and my nutrition goals. So during that time, I became really exploratory when it came to putting together recipes and different healthy baked goods, and I found such a passion and a love for creating these recipes. And now I am oh so fortunate to have a platform to share them with all of you. So for today's video, I will have all of the recipes for you linked in a PDF in the description box down below. Because we are putting together so many delicious, healthy baked goods, it wouldn't fit in the description box. You guys love having these PDFs at your fingertips because then you can take them with you to the grocery store. You can download it on your phone, and they're really beautiful and nice to have on hand, kind of like a recipe book. So we're going to get started with a delicious orange cranberry bread, but I'm actually going to be making it. Typically I make it in a loaf pan, but I think I might make it in a small cake pan because it does involve icing. So therefore you can see that you can bring this to any Christmas party or holiday gathering that you're going to, and it will serve as the perfect dessert. Or you could serve this at a morning brunch. If you're hosting a brunch with some of your girlfriends, your friends, or your family, this would equally be delicious with coffee or tea. So I already have all of my flours, my baking soda, my cinnamon, and my Redmond salt. So in here I have 1.5 cups of oat flour, 1/3 of a cup of coconut flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of Redmond salt. So I just put this all in here. We're gonna go ahead, dump this into the bowl. Then I have 3 pasture-raised eggs here that I'm just letting get to room temperature. Then we'll be mixing all of that with our wet ingredients. I have 2 medium-sized navel oranges. If possible, I would recommend that you get organic because we are going to be using the zest of one of these, and then we're gonna be squeezing them to get 1/2 cup of fresh squeezed orange juice. Then we bring in our beautiful and very seasonal cranberries. Typically, I use dry cranberries in this recipe. However, Whole Foods has been completely sold out of organic cranberries or cranberries in general. So we got fresh, which they are organic, they're delicious, they're in season, and I put them in my waters, as you would have seen in my last 2 videos. I like to make my hydration pitchers with these. I love to use them in my little ice cube sticks, in my smoothies, you name it. So using these cranberries will be equally delicious, but you could also substitute for dry. So there's 3/4 of a cup, and I just pulse them in the mini food processor. Fall bake with me, but I'm not sure about your kids, but my kids will pretty much eat any baked good that I give them if there's chocolate chips. So the recipe does not call for chocolate chips, but I have added this as an optional mix-in. And to be honest with you, the orange, the chocolate, the cranberry, it is really delicious together. And if you want to make this and have it be very kid-friendly, then I would recommend 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. So I pulled out the orange cranberry cake behind me. I'm going to let that cool for just a second before I put together the glaze. In the meantime, I have everything here for our zucchini spice cake with a cinnamon sugar glaze. So I've gone ahead and I've grated my zucchini, as you just would have seen, and I squeezed out the excess juice. We have our zucchini here. I have 3 eggs that I've let come to room temperature. Then I just realized when I created these recipes, I used a lot of coconut flour. As we're mixing everything together, I'm going to talk you through the rationale of using coconut flour. It's a rich source of plant protein. It's also extremely full of fiber, so you don't need to eat as much of these delicious baked goods, but also just from a digestive perspective, we really want to load up on the fiber to help with our blood sugar, our insulin, and to keep us full for longer. So we've used a lot of coconut flour. But I have 3 cups of brown rice flour. I have a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. I have baking soda, baking powder, and some salt in here ready to go. Then I have 1/2 cup of coconut oil. It looks like an empty bowl, but there's actually coconut oil in here. So I have 1/2 cup of coconut oil. Then I have our coconut sugar. And then I have buttermilk here as well, which is absolutely delicious in this recipe. So we're going to mix together all of the wet ingredients just like we did for our last recipe. Mix together all of our wet ingredients, fold in our dry ingredients. I'm going to grab out another loaf pan and then we'll throw that one into the oven.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your happy song? Gloria in excelsis Deo.
So girls, this is going to be your go-to for brunch. You're going to serve this with a cappuccino or a cup of coffee on the holidays, and boy, oh boy, it's the coconut flour and the coconut oil. It makes it taste like a buttery donut in a way. I guess I would describe it like a butter donut. So we're going to pop this one into the oven for 35 minutes, and during that time, we're going to go ahead and glaze this one. I know there's a lot of breads happening, but we're going to switch over to a cupcake next. The good thing with the bread is that you can make it more into a cake like this. You can also serve it in the evening with a little bit of butter on it, with the glaze on it. You can also serve it for breakfast or brunch, as I was saying. That's why I like to have these. Also, they freeze beautifully. I'm talking, I would just wrap it right in the parchment, throw it into a stasher bag, and honestly, it freezes like a dream. So for me, that's why I often put together the breads or the muffins, because they are so versatile and they can be frozen for later. So let's go ahead and get this one into the oven. I ended up turning it into a full-blown frosting. So as I was mixing it together, I was like, you know what? It's the holiday season. What could we do to elevate this? organic cream cheese. So I pulled out some organic cream cheese. I added in 2 tablespoons, maybe 2, and actually it was 2.5. I took the mixture that we had. I threw it into Kaya's little blend jet that he uses for his like pre-workout drinks. I blended it together, and now this was the move. I was like, you know what? This is like a normal glaze. This isn't a holiday glaze for like you're hosting a holiday party. We're hosting a holiday gathering with these delicious, healthy baked goods. Let's take it up a notch. And that's exactly what we've done. Making really good progress. I've just gotten everybody off of the bus, and typically right around this time, normally about 20 minutes earlier than now, I like to go ahead and take one of my Optimizers magnesium breakthroughs. So if you've been following me for any period of time, then you know I like to take one of these in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then 2 prior to bed. And I like to take them in the morning for energy, health, and cognition, in the afternoon for a little bit of extra energy, cognition, and to de-stress, and then 2 before bed to get the deepest, most restful sleep that you've ever gotten. So right now, Optimizers is running their biggest sale of the year. And if you want to take advantage of this sale, I will have my discount code for you in the description box down below. There is also some incredible added bonuses. So where Optimizers differs from any other magnesium on the market is that it does contain all 7 elemental forms of magnesium in one convenient capsule. So I know oftentimes we think of magnesium for sleep and for digestion. And of course, the Optimizers Magnesium Breakthrough does have those types of magnesium and forms in its 7 forms. However, the reason I love the Optimizers Magnesium Breakthrough is because it is great for that energy. It is great to help with stress. It's also a wonderful resource and tool to help you synthesize your vitamin D. The sun has been out, it's been behind the clouds, it's kind of been all over the place today. So for me, I'm extremely conscientious of getting vitamin D, but you actually need magnesium to synthesize your vitamin D. So I will have my discount code for you in the description box down below, as well as the first pinned comment. And I would highly encourage you to take advantage of these discounts in the month of November, because now would be an incredible time to try. Okay, the kids are home, which is always the true taste test. And both of them just said, But you could also see how stunning and beautiful you want another one? Yes. You can see how stunning and beautiful the inside of the loaf looks when you slice it. It's like a Christmas dream. Today is my favorite day. I love this. I've got everything set up to make our Yuletide black bean chocolate mint cupcakes. In here, I have 1 cup of brown rice flour and a 1/4 cup of oat flour, my baking soda, and my salt. And then we have our raw cacao, coconut sugar, of course, our black beans, some avocado oil, and applesauce. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix together all of our dry ingredients in a large bowl. Then I'm going to add our wet ingredients into a blender with 1 cup of buttermilk. Blend all of that together with the black beans, and then slowly fold it in. And then while they're baking, we're going to get started on a delicious frosting. course, now at 4:40 p.m., the sun decides to grace us with its presence at the very end of today, because now I get to make myself a delicious cup of tea and enjoy these incredible and extremely nourishing, healthy baked goods. And I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video, and make sure to grab that PDF in the description box down below, as well as the first pinned comment. And if you like today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.